Gun Monkeys is a two-dimensional, two-player, multiplayer, randomly generated platforming shooter developed by Size 5 Games with the apparent aim of exhausting my supply of gaming-based adjectives. Before I explain anything else, I'd like to commend the backstory of the game for the level of imagination therein, by which I mean that it's preposterous enough to keep Charles Manson up at night. You control one of many disposable, heavily armed monkeys in a battle against similar, improbably dexterous primates, with both sides striving to collect as many shiny blue squares as possible. Naturally, this takes place in the future, with each monkey furiously trying to keep their respective generators fueled for the benefit of the human race, who, in an admittedly short-sighted attempt to resolve the energy crisis on a permanent basis, have destroyed pretty much all life on Earth from the future by condensing them into the aforementioned energy squares. All of this is explained to you as well as it can be explained in-game in the rich vocal tones of Kevin Eldon during what was one of the most enjoyable tutorials I've played in a while. Unfortunately, Eldon's commentary dries up and is never heard again unless you make a nostalgic return to the tutorial like people often have done with absolutely no games ever. That's not the only one of the game's features to become elusive either. The levels featuring jetpacks, and the one with an enormous bomb that makes life worse for everyone, can be considered rare. To give some perspective, in about 4.5 hours of gameplay I've had one jetpack level and two with the bomb. Furthermore, I'm not a particular fan of the menu. It's cramped and kind of on the ugly side, which is a shame given the amount of time you're likely to be spending there due to low server populations. However, I've found that if you've got a friend to play with, it's an irrepressibly fun game, and this is coming from someone who is generally incapable of completing or enjoying platformers in general, never mind in a competitive environment. There are problems with rebinding controls insofar as you're forced to manually rebind when switching between keyboard and controller, and the unbalanced, randomly generated environments occasionally make me want to rip out my gamepad's analog sticks and use them as rudimentary ladles to catch my free-flowing tears as I repeatedly fail to triple jump off a wall onto my 2mm wide base platform. But that's not to detract from the fact that Gun Monkeys is fun. The developers have initiated plans to fix population issues as well. If you buy Gun Monkeys from the Steam store, you will pay £3.99 and receive 2 copies of the game. If you think this game looks fun, and the gods gave you the basic dexterity required to platform, why not give it a try?